sharks are in, and they're ready to feast. Who are they? Let's find out. First shark, Boom O'Doyle. He turned a small loan of $1 million into a real estate empire worth hundreds of millions in this shark-filled city of Seattle. Next up, Adonis McQueen. He's a venture capitalist, and at the age 25, he's been called our generation's visionary due to the big waves he's stirred in the market and his personal life. And last but not least, Bert Cuban, self-made billionaire entrepreneur and outspoken owner of the Toronto Raptors. He has just began his ascent into the tech industry and looks to further his influence at all cost.
Hey Sharks, my name is Austin Shardo, and I'm CEO and founder of an up-and-coming software development firm, OneFace. Our mission is to enhance individuals' digital lives, particularly in digital security and digital education. So today, we find ourselves as a member of the exponentially advancing digital age of the 21st century, whether we like it or not. Consequently, worrying about our digital footprint and data has become a consistent state of mind whenever acting in these virtual spaces. In 2018 alone, the consumers reported losing about $1.5 billion related to fraud complaints, an increase from 2017. Now this is a nightmare that can keep you up at night, especially if you're an individual who's living paycheck to paycheck. As this is a reality that our company strives to negate, we ask ourselves, how could we provide an additional, virtually impregnable layer of security to the authentication process? One that erases the threat of fraud by linking the intrinsic characteristics of an individual to their digital lives. This additional layer would not only pair with our current authentication factors, such as social security number, driver's license, and other forms of identification, but would guarantee that the individual acting with this information is who they say they are. With our company's continuously improving machine learning algorithms, our facial recognition software has become even more promising than big tech companies. The world's leading and most robust versions at this time have demonstrated the current and future value of it, yet it still falls short in major ways. Currently, they have a problem with ethnicity, yet our software has not only demonstrated its ability to overcome this hurdle by effectively identifying non-white individuals with a success rate of about 96%, but it also has demonstrated a high ceiling for emotion recognition. In the latter case, we have verified its performance by comparing participants' moods to the output of our algorithms, which has proven 83% reliable. As an example, we have partnered with some online educational tools to study a wide pool of participants and the effects their emotional states have on their respective learning. As we continue to improve upon these results today, or each day, I'm here to see this enterprise through a fruitful future where the average individual can reap the full potential of today's technology. This is why I stand before you today, to ask for a generous loan of $5 million for a 30% stake in the company. Now what do you say, Sharks?
Okay, first, I can imagine the big tech companies are foaming at the mouth for an opportunity to partner with your product and firm. Have any of them approached you? And if so, are you or have you considered any negotiations or deals?
Of course. I have been approached by several different companies which will remain unnamed. However, in the time I've spent conceiving and developing the algorithm, I have heavily considered the purpose or the role that this tool may play in our everyday lives. Subsequently, I've decided that the only way I can ensure that this tool isn't mishandled is if I maintain the reins. As a result, however, many of the big tech companies have resorted to their classic bullying tactics used on small businesses, which have tested the future of the firm in these trying times.
Okay, so I see the value, but what's incentivizing me to invest in a product that shows more promising results now? I mean, I can imagine the big tech companies are just on the horizon of similar facial recognition achievements.
Great question, as I understand the concern. Yet, as I mentioned before, our algorithms not only perform at a higher rate for facial recognition, which big tech has routinely failed to produce, but this software paired with our emotion recognition algorithms has demonstrated a reliable and consistent measure of the effects that certain moods have on individuals in their online education.
Okay, I like you, and I'd say this investment is right down my alley. But my last one ended with an FCC filing and my fourth divorce. So for that reason, I'm out.
Glad you're looking out for yourself.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pull over and park the car. I need to hear more about this emotion recognition. Have you tested this with any other applications?
Yes. We've used our own developers to better understand how their moods affected their productivity. It was frustrating in the early phases for sure, but after the algorithm's performance took off, our developers began to pinpoint particular circumstances that supplemented moods, which proved more conducive for productivity.
Okay, I love it, but I can see why you're a coder and not an entrepreneur. Do you really see the potential that this has in other industries?
I mean, of course, I've considered the impact it could have in some areas.
Great. I know you're passionate about this. This is your baby, and I'm not going to take it away from you. What I want to do is I want to pair you with my team to build the next frontier of marketing. It's a beautiful place with data and money growing on trees. Now, this vision can only exist if you can imagine your emotion recognition software as the next great marketing tool. I mean, picture it delivering real-time feedback of company advertising campaigns. What do you think?
Okay. This isn't the exact direction I had in mind, but it's plausible.
Plausible. This isn't Mythbusters, man. As investors, we need to know that you're fully on board so that we can make a return on this.
Yeah, for once, he's right. If you have what you say, this will guarantee the college tuition for the kids of your great-grandchildren and then some. I mean, why stop there? You could literally do the same for all your extended family's future bloodline. What do you say?
I mean, wow. It's not like I haven't thought about that before.
Exactly. This enterprise is not only about changing the virtual lives of any individual, nor just about you and your family's lives. It's about the unlimited potential this has to improve individuals' real lives around the globe.
Just imagine how high you can fly. This is just your beginning.
All right, I understand. If this is what I have to do.
Great. Now that we understand each other, I'm willing to make an offer of $3 million for a 51% stake in your company.
$3 million? I call it Shark Tank, but this guy's literally trying to lead you out in the water.
Hey, calm down, Cuban. That's only fair.
Listen, we understand each other. And more importantly, I get that you want to take the lead on this. So, just imagine for 1 second, you at the wheel of the ship with a large enough workforce and budget to ensure your firm delivers on the digital security and emotion recognition while specifically developing a version for the marketing firms. Yeah, this is my one and only offer. $7 million for 40% of you.
I love the offers, both of you. Thank you. But, like I said, staying on as CEO and major shareholder is my top priority. Can you imagine what the big tech companies would do with this tech if I was forced to sell just so I could repay my employees? What an intoxicating, depressive drama that would end up to be. Well, Mr. Cuban, let's do this.
Beautiful. Me and you, we're gonna make a lot of money together, and you won't regret it.
Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on Twitter for future updates of this product.
Welcome back, Austin. You have completed 24 out of your 40 hours of work this week. I can sense you are feeling guilty. Shall I refill your prescription?